Did you like homeless Corbin this week?
Oh, I love it. Honestly, this has become the other thing that's the highlight of the show. Whatever you want to say about the bad writing and the bad storylines, this man is committed. This man is reciting what they've given him, and it doesn't sound like he's reciting anything. He is doing the work of his lifetime playing this bum character. He's even got his hair growing out, but I'm not trying to make fun of him, but obviously he's a man losing hair on top of his head.
This is the stupidest fucking thing.
So he's got the Costanza hairdo going now. I think this is hysterical. Again, I don't know where it goes in the long run. Of course, you could talk about his theft later on if you want to, but I think he's done a great I believe in him now. Like, this guy's actually done a great job in this role.
I believe that he's a fucking great method actor doing shit out of Plan 9 from outer space. Even as a heel, he's trying to get heat by saying he needs help to, support his standard of living. He wants everybody in Tulsa to give him $1,000 each. He's got a fucking square on his phone, a card swiper. But I'm sorry, it's preposterous. And then here comes, God damn it, here comes Kevin Owens out, and he's telling Corbin to stop begging and you're embarrassing yourself. And I'm just thinking, if Kevin Steen did not like the shit that we wanted him to do in Ring of Honor, what must he think about this fucking fiasco that he's currently in? He must really be happy now. And he tried, I must admit, Kevin Owens, I'll try to get used to that name, tried as hard as he could to sell this lemon of a used car. He was into it, and he was trying to rally the people in studious disdain over what Baron Corbin had been saying and doing in his presence that he was inflicting on people. But even Owens is not a magician. And so then Owens said, here's the problem that I continue to have with this. Kevin Owens says he'll give Baron Corbin $1,000 if Baron Corbin can beat him. Or if he can't beat him, he'll have to stop begging and leave people alone. And Baron Corbin accepts this and, fucking tells Kevin Owens off. And Owens hits a stunner on him in the middle of the ring. And he's laying there. And then we come back after the 2-minute commercial break. Now they're having the match that they just made for themselves. This is network television. You mean something else wasn't scheduled for that segment? Or we had no promoter or general manager or some type of official personage come out and say, okay, you can have this match. We've just scratched 15 minutes of network television that obviously had something else was supposed to be there for this unplanned. It just, fuck it. There's nobody conducting these interviews. They just let the guys go out and extrapolate to the point where it looks like the South Park wrestling episode. All we need is the opera glasses they're not making an effort to make it legitimate, and I can't enjoy anything in wrestling where the effort is not made to make it logical, believable, and legitimate, because that's antithesis of what this business is about. They just have the match. It went 2 segments. So we have had homeless Corbin and pudgy Steen entertaining us for fucking 20 minutes on network television or more, 3 segments. Anyway, Owens wins with a sunset flip. So now Corbin can't beg anymore. Then Owens gives him another stunner and leaves him laying in the middle of the ring. So he came out homeless and broke. He got left laying after the interview. He got beat in the match. He got left laying after the match. And then we come back in another segment and they're talking to him in the back. And they say, what now? And he just, and he runs and he grabs the Money in the Bank briefcase out from who was Big E. It was in front of him sitting down, and he grabs it and runs out the back door with the Money in the Bank briefcase.
There's more crime committed backstage in a wrestling event than any other place in the universe.
But I mean, just, if some way they could have boiled this down to a segment then of all of their interplay, and then get back to seriousness, maybe, but this was just way over. And they were crowing all night. They were in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We used to have fans hitting the ring and or a legitimate riot every 2 weeks in that town. Now they get comedy shoplifting and laugh at it.
How are they going to merchandise him? We know Vince looks at how to merchandise everyone. How do you merchandise this version of Baron Corbin?
I don't know. Maybe they're gonna give him, when Peanuts goes to Broadway, he'll play the part of Pigpen. He's already got the whole outfit on.
Well, to be fair, he's kind of got more of a Dory Funk Jr., Charlie Brown thing going. If you do
oh
the
my
right thing.
God! Now Marty Funk will not be happy at you for indicating that her husband Dory has hair loss.
Then I just may have to cancel my affiliation with the Funking Dojo. I don't know. I may have to think about this.
Well, just be careful, because for heaven's sake, I wish that Keeps was on the list today, and we have all kinds of fun with that. But anyway, it's your show.
That's right.
What are we doing now?
It is my show, and perhaps Baron Corbin could use someone to talk to instead of being a bum and a beggar and a thief. Maybe he just needs to sit down, borrow a phone, I assume, and speak to someone to work through his problems.
Brian, you're exactly right, because everybody at some point needs somebody to talk to. And as a matter of fact, I have an email communication here, unsolicited email from one of the listeners, as they used to say back in the radio days, from Brandon. And he has mentioned the very thing that you're about to segue to. Dear Jim and Brian, I just wanted to give you both a huge thank you for promoting BetterHelp.com on your show. I'd been struggling with severe mental health for a while. It almost got to the point of a legitimate breakdown. I started to seek help and was placing phone calls to local therapists. However, no one could see me for at least 3 weeks. And I needed immediate help, so I reached out to BetterHelp.com on a Thursday and booked a session for that Saturday. It has changed my life immensely. The therapists are top-notch and literally available when you need them. Contacting BetterHelp is the best phone call that I've ever made. And we like hearing stuff like this because we want to make sure everybody's happy with the folks that are sponsoring the program. And in this case, as Brandon said, if you don't have therapists in your area, or if you can't wait a month or 6 weeks, or, the medical system in the United States, however long it might take, BetterHelp can help you. We've mentioned it's a situation where you can start communicating in under 48 hours. It's professional counseling done securely online with a broad range of expertise amongst the counselors, and the services available worldwide. They give you an account that you can log into and send messages, schedule video and phone sessions, no waiting rooms, no going out in the uncertain world. But BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches, and it's more affordable than traditional offline counseling. Financial aid is available. You can go to BetterHelp, that's H-E-L-P, by the way, BetterHelp.com, and you can read the reviews, the testimonials, and get a sense of the services they provide. And when you go to BetterHelp.com/drive, D-R-I-V-E, then you can get 10% off your first month's services. That's a special offer for the listeners of our programming here. BetterHelp.com/drive, D-R-I-V-E, 10% off your first month's services. I think, but Baron Corbin, he'd try to get somebody to pay for this too. What a chiseler. What a cheapskate.
Well, he's in the right business.
Well, there you go. He's an amateur, though. He's no Angelo Poffo.